You've been through coaching changes before. Just kind of how do you react when you find out that news, and how do you try to comprehend building from here?
Um, Obviously, it's tough. Um, you build a relationship with people, and all of a sudden, boom, they're not here. For a coach like Griff, I think from day one, was everything was about togetherness. Was always leading this group, into the direction that we set in the beginning of the year, and him not being here at the end of the day, we're human. It hurts everybody, but at the end, we gotta keep on moving forward. We have a goal in our head, which is to be the best basketball team that we can be. Obviously, there's a lot of high expectations from the ownership group, from the front office, from ourselves to be great. And this is the business of the NBA. I've been in a situation like that in the past. I understand how things works. I got to keep on moving forward. Today, Joe Prin is our head coach. We played a very, very good game against a very, very good team that we lost by 40 a week ago. And tomorrow, Coach Prin is going to be our coach again. We're going to watch film. We're going to let Coach Joe lead us in towards the direction that we've set, as I said in the beginning of the year, and can try to be better.
I think 38 games left. As whoever comes in to coach you guys, just as you're like trying to think of the idea of getting ready in 38 games with a new coach for a playoff run, do you feel like that's enough time to mesh in the way that you need to kind of prepare for a stretch run?
That's a very good question. At the end of the day, I am not in meetings that's being taking place with I don't know who ultimately makes a decision like that. Probably the GM and the owners. At this time, I don't know if there's going to be a coach that's going to come and take over. So I don't want to make assumptions that there's going to be a coach. Obviously, there's a lot of media outlets out there that have put some names out there, but as I said today, my coach is Joe Printy, and I gotta respect him. I gotta respect that, and I cannot assume that we're gonna have, in the near future another coach. When that happens, I can comment about that more. 38 games also. Do I know if it's gonna be enough? No, I don't know. I've never been in a position like that before. I don't know if 38 games is enough to come together and try to win a championship. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But at the end of the day, like we play the game. Players play the game. We getting together. Chris is dunking the ball all of a sudden. Dunk last game, dunk this game. I don't know what's going on. I made the three this game, last game too. Like we're just switching roles. Like I mean, Chris Middleton is in my body. Well, actually, no. I'm in Chris Middleton's body. He's in my body. No, I'm joking. But players play the game, and at times we need direction. But at the end of the day, our talent will take over, and we're gonna read the play. We're gonna make the best possible decision. And I think we've played a season that guys have been healthy. We've played a lot of minutes together. Like me and Dame, we've played 40-something games together, and we're going to play 70, 80, who knows. But we're on the court together. Me, Chris, Dame, Brooke, like we're on the court, so we're playing. Good or bad. Sometimes we lose, sometimes we win. Sometimes we don't play well, sometimes we play well. But it's good that we are out there together. Now, who's going to come and give us that direction? In the future, I don't know. Right now, I know the guys giving us direction is Coach Joe, and today he was incredible. Was able to get a win. We played them again on Friday. Hopefully, we can get a win again.
John was up there pregame and said one of the factors behind the decision was he felt there's another level. There's a gear. This team can be better. And I know you just said players play. So I guess I'm curious, where do you think this change can help you play better as a group and get to a different level? Because that's why John had said they made the change. So I'm curious how you feel that can help you all.
The change?
Yes, the change.
I don't know. You gotta, I think, Jim, you gotta ask John. I do believe I can break it down and go from defense, offense, from my chemistry, from the way we practice, from our our level of focus. When we go out there, there's a lot of things that we can do better from a two-man game with me and Dave more. For me and Chris to also connect more, from posting up Brook. There's so many things, from not giving up a lot of threes. Today we were trying to do, Samuel went off, but okay. There's a lot of things that we can do better. So I probably assume, maybe, I'm not sure, you got to ask John, that he's referring to those things.
Early in the year, you had said you have a partnership with Adrian.
Yes.
Obviously now a change has been made. He's no longer the head coach. I'm just curious what you felt about that partnership, and I don't want to say that it didn't work because y'all are 17 games over 500, but it's obviously a change was made. So I'm just curious how you felt about that time together with him.
I feel like he did an unbelievable job. I'm not going to lie, the record speaks for itself. Did an unbelievable job. He was a great person, easy to talk to. You felt this feeling of, how can I say, easiness when you were around him. I had many conversation with him. I talked with him yesterday. The record speaks for itself. He was 30-13. And at the end of the day, this is the NBA, and sometimes decisions are made. People, it's a hard job, man. I feel and I hope everybody that came to the podium today and everybody that spoke about the situation that gave Coach Griff his props and his credit. At the end of the day, he's a head coach. He's going to be around the league for a long time. We're going to see him probably in the near future. He's going to try to come after us. He knows all my weaknesses and my strength now. But at the end of the day, this is the NBA, and sometimes people think that when you win by 4, you got to win by 20. And when you lose a game, you got to win a game. And it's hard. But at the end of the day, I trust the ownership decision. I trust the front office. They've never did me wrong in the past. They've always created a great atmosphere, a great culture, a winning culture. They always did whatever was the best for the team and for us to be in a position to win. So you just gotta do the same thing here. You just gotta trust that this is the best decision for me and the guys, and we just gotta go with it. It's trust. That's it. But at the end of the day, me personally, I don't know about them, but other people's opinion. I believe Coach Griff was an incredible person, incredible coach, and for me, I'm going to always stay in touch with him.
John had said that he didn't consult with any players before making this decision. Were you caught by surprise by it? Did you sense there might be some sort of change coming with the trade deadline approaching, or was this kind of catch you by surprise?
No, I think he caught me by surprise. I've been here 11 years. This have happened one time before. And I think the time that happened wasn't doing really well. We were 30 and 13. But again, trust. I gotta trust the front office. I gotta trust the ownership group. That they can see the bigger picture. My job is to be the best version of myself, to lead this team out there and help win games. And their job is to create the best team possible and the best atmosphere around the team possible. You know, that they believe that it can give us a better chance to win a championship. But yeah, I do think it was a surprise.
Giannis, another triple-double tonight. You've kind of been racking them up lately. How would you kind of assess your playmaking? Is it, do you think you've made improvements lately, or is it just guys knocking down shots, taking advantage of the spacing?
I think I don't know. I think it's a mixture of both. I think I've been willing to pass the ball more and try to find my teammates. And guys have been knocking down shots, like Pat knocked down, Jay, Malik, Chris, like everybody was knocking down shots. So I think it's a combination of both. But at the end of the day, like, in order for you to be successful, there's got to be a mixture of both. Like, I got to be aggressive, but when guys are open, I got to deliver the ball to them. The same way it goes vice versa. You know, like when they're coming down and I'm running next to them in the transition, they got to, pass me the ball to Playmaking or try to draw foul, get in the paint. It goes both ways. We gotta trust one another out there. And I feel like lately I've understand that we need everybody to be great in order for us to win. We need to knock down shots in order for us to win. And I've been more willing lately to make the right pass, and they've been knocking down shots for sure.
This is more of a personal question, and it might be too soon, but I wondered if you learned anything out of this or if you're reevaluating anything, because this was the first time I think you were involved at the interview process with Coach, and whether it's accurate to this degree or not, a lot of people think this was your hire.
Yeah.
And I don't know to what degree, but sometimes players say, I don't want to get involved with the GM side of it, I don't want to give feedback. Other times players say, this is my team, I'm very invested. Have you had a chance to even think about that, or is that maybe a long-term?
This is the thing that I don't like about the NBA. Like, it's a crazy business. Yesterday, Coach Griff was our head coach. Today, he's not. And we walk in there, and it's like he was never here. Like, I don't like that about the NBA, and I'll speak openly about it. But I understand it's business. People being traded, people being waived. People have to change their whole life just like that. And out there, people creating a narrative that's not accurate. But I'm a person that I really try not to follow I refuse to fall into the bubble of, this is accurate, this is not accurate. And because always there's going to be something out there about me, about the team, he didn't have a good relationship with Griff. False. I love the guy. I invited him to my wedding. I talked with him. I was coached by him, and we did very, very, very well. In a position like that, you have to understand that when somebody's being hired, at times the GM might come and ask, like, what do you think about that? What do you think about this? Or whatever you like, not just me, my players, people that he trusts, the advice. But at times they make it seem like it's the players are making the decision that this guy got traded because he wanted him and no, I have a job. Like, my job is to be the best version that I can be and try to lead this team to win games. That's why I get paid. I don't get paid to change people's life and make people uncomfortable. I get paid to defend, block shot, and I try to stick to that as much as I can, because I understand, I don't like that aspect of it. And there's people that get paid a lot of money to make those decisions, and those decisions are hard. are hard, and I gotta respect also, John, because it's hard. It's not easy. Uh, but again, personally, I don't want to be involved in that. I don't like that. Have I been in a position to be asked, what do you think about that, or what you think about this? Yeah, many times. But I was not involved in the, hiring of Coach Griff. I felt it was a, attack with him, the same way I attacked with Coach Bud, but nobody said I was involved in, hiring Coach Bud because I was a kid. But of course they asked, what do you think about this guy? I think he's a great guy. He looks like a good guy to me, What you think about Coach Griff? Everybody are good people. But ultimately, I don't make that decision. Lori, don't get me wrong. I wish I did. I wish I did, but I don't. I really don't. I just try to stick with basketball.
Hey, Giannis. Just obviously you've walked us through all the emotions, and everybody else has about through the last 24 hours or so. But just what can you say about the team's ability to come together and focus against a tough opponent in Cleveland and get the job done tonight? And then how do you view that as a momentum moving forward?
Cleveland, great team. They've been playing very, very well lately. A week ago, they beat us by 40. We played them again on Friday. At the end of the day, with all the news that happened yesterday, I think like the guys came in and understand like we have to be one. We have to become one. And there's a lot of people that spoke up and say either this is gonna tear us apart, and we're just going like, oh, okay, we're gonna make excuses. This happened, that happened, this is taking place, and for us not to do what we are here to do, or we're gonna come together and we're gonna try to be better from this. And I feel like guys did that, from the start of the game, especially against Cleveland. Like when Cleveland starts games, they start really, really hard, really, really fast. They move the ball, attack you, shoot threes. They did it in Cleveland. They did it in the first game. They did it against Orlando. Like that's what they do. Like once they feel like you're tiptoeing into the game, they will take advantage of that. And I feel like everybody urgency was up. We played, I think, a very, very solid game. Everybody moved the ball. Dame was being aggressive, stick with it throughout the whole game. We were defending. I think everybody played a solid game. We came together, and I hope we can keep on this pace on Friday.